Happy Arvo. Hello, and welcome to This Week in Australia. I need to get some kind of cool graphic. This Week in Australia. From all the way up top here in Indiana, I'm going down under, virtually, by looking at the top posts on the Australian subreddit for this week. I can't wait to see what you guys have to say about woolly coals this week. The top post this week: the wankiest iced coffee I've ever been served. I don't know what to think. This would be highly confusing to me as an American. You know, I mean, I'm sure it's still better than Starbucks, but what the hell? You've got literally a gallon of milk. What are you supposed to make the coffee yourself? You've got the beans. I don't know what that is. Is that the coffee? Or is this ball the coffee? Wow. Even wankier than Starbucks. I love this word. Wankiest. I've never heard that. I've never heard it in that tense or whatever. Whatever the grammar is for that. Wankiest. I gotta add that to my vocab. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Is this ball the coffee? Is it frozen into a ball? That's actually kind of cool. I need to go to the comments. Hold on. I have to say, part of what I find funny is that I would think this is the fanciest iced coffee I've ever been served. I would have no idea what was going on, but I would assume I'm in way over my head, and this is some extreme fancy make your own iced coffee type thing. Where you have to melt the ball. Maybe you put that in your mouth until it melts and then spit it back into the cup. I don't know. But the fact that you take this, what I would assume to be the most prestigious iced coffee, and call it the wankiest. I don't know. And what do you do with the beans? All right, to the comments. I didn't know IKEA sold iced coffee. You guys have IKEA down under? Of course, it's missing the instructions too. Yeah, that would be a big problem for me. Where's the Allen key? Ah, yes. Standard IKEA tool. Okay. I need to go deeper. It's rumored that its creator went blind at the exact moment they came up with this idea. So much wank. So much wank. Yet again, another tense of wanker I've never heard. So much wank here. Well, I'm not getting any answers, guys. Fun fact, that's actually not milk, but the head chef's collection of pretentious wank chips. I'm not getting any answers. I don't know if you guys have the answers. Someone out there surely has an answer for what I'm looking at here. This one, not particular to Australia, but I did find it quite interesting. Women are less likely to receive bystander CPR than men due to fears of inappropriate touching. Wow. You get both ends of the stick, you know, the shitty end of both ends of the stick, you know what I'm saying? You get inappropriately touched as a woman, and then when you need to be touched, people are afraid to because they don't want to be inappropriately touching you. You can't win. Damn. Coles in Woolsworth. Here it is. I knew it would be here. Go on strike for the first time in history. Let's go. I love to see this story every week. This story amps up. By the way, I have to say, this was also sent in by Craig. So shout out to Craig. He sent in this news story. I was actually going to pull it up. But here it is on the subreddit. This top comment is absolutely going off. Talking about essential workers who kept working throughout the pandemic, risking daily abuse from the stressed public. And this is how they're treated indeed. I was going to pull up a news article here in America. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. It's some kind of paywall or something. But he's talking about self-checkouts, you know. They get to watch as they implement self-checkouts, taking away work from them and adding to the stress. I'm sure it does. It reminded me of this news article that I saw. Come on, computer. Come on. We got a show to do. This is a disaster. I can't even pause the video. Retailers appear to be facing a self-checkout reckoning. And that's here in America. So it's happening all over, folks. Self-checkout. There's a reckoning. I saw this in a TikTok. It was in the thumbnail. It might have been my last video. It all gets jumbled up in my brain, guys. But that's the fat removal strategy. You know, this actually, I didn't realize they just made Fritos skinnier. They actually kept the same amount of chocolate. I thought they like, I don't even know what I thought they did anymore. This is just dumb though, because now he looks like he's stuck in a coffin. Whereas the other Frito, I never noticed, what is he doing with his finger? Anyway, that's funny. I guess they just made him skinnier. So this is kind of interesting. Here's the actual ballot and what it looks like for the voice referendum. Wow, it's very simple. You just write yes or no. Got it. I wonder if that gets scanned into a computer or do people manually? I've never seen a pencil that's all white. Interesting. Interesting pencils you got down there, down under. Anyway, so this is happening right next week. How does this guy already have a ballot? We have an insider here providing information. This is what the ballot looks like. A proposed law to alter the Constitution to recognize the First Peoples of Australia by establishing an Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander voice. Oh boy, I cannot wait to see how that plays out. We'll see next week. Oh, and I gotta say thank you to everybody who is sending me the link showing that someone wrote a news article about me reacting to the voice referendum. It was very funny. I did mention it in a video that I saw it, but I'm mentioning it again. I saw it. It's hilarious. My favorite part of it was they quoted me saying like, I think it'll probably pass. And they're like, well, that does not seem to be the outlook. It's almost certainly not going to pass based on polls. But we'll see. I mean, with the Trump election and, yeah, you know, Brexit. I was trying to think of that freaking word. The polls also said the same thing. I'm just saying, the polls, we got to wait and see what actually happens here. I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm just saying there might be a surprise. It wouldn't be the first time. This is cool. Also kind of sad that one of the top posts is about budget recipes. It definitely shows you the kind of situation that Australians and people around the world are in with this sort of quiet recession type scenario and all the inflation. So one of the top posts is budget recipes ideas, which I'm sure they still taste delicious. I might have to look at some of these, get some budget Australian food going here in the household. Australia, the most promiscuous country in the world. Congratulations, Australia. Number one. You're number one. You're number one. That's something to be proud of. I honestly wouldn't have guessed that, but how would I know? Oh, the mean age virginity was lost. Okay. Okay, I can't even read some of this. I'm afraid YouTube will ban me or something. But y'all are killing it on the promiscuousness. This guy's talking about how he went to a show and And once again, this is not unique to Australia, but he ended up in a sea of phone screens. My favorite is people at the fireworks. I mean, it's fine, of course. I don't mean to judge. Of course, everybody, get a quick snap of the fireworks or a clip of the concert you're at. But some people literally stand there for the entire thing, looking at their phone, recording it. It's like you literally might as well just be sitting at home looking at it on the phone. Like, just let someone else live stream it to you from their phone. It's barely any different. Like, what is the point of being there if you're watching it through a phone? And then, of course, you're never going to actually watch that recording. So that's funny. All right, this is the second time this story has popped up. And someone sent it to me, Craig. So I feel like I need to dive into it a little bit deeper. I need to read a little bit more. Hold on. Okay, so the actual strike is literally tomorrow. So it's today. Like, I'm posting this video tonight. So, I mean, I always get a little bit confused about the time zones and stuff. Hopefully you guys are seeing this on the 7th. Or, I don't know what day you're watching it. But the strike is right now. It's pretty much happening right now. I guess Woolworth and Kohl's are 70% of the market. The grocery market, the supermarket share. They posted profits of 1.1 and 1.6 billion, respectively. And yet their employees are some of the lowest paid people in the country. They now spend over 81% of their income on rent if they want to live in a capital city in Australia. So they can't live in a capital city. You can't pay 81% of your income on rent. You need to do more. God, this whole situation is so... Oh my gosh. So it's actually a double-sided sword for these people because, one, they're being underpaid, and two, rent prices are outrageous. So they're being hit from both sides. I can see why they're striking. I hope they get, I hope they win. Shout out to any Kohl's or Woolworth's employees. I hope you participate in the strike, and I hope it's successful. That'll be very interesting. And I'm sorry if you're trying to go shopping tomorrow or today. Maybe you're going to have to reschedule. Amazing. Can't wait to follow that story. So this highly upvoted post is just talking about the fiscal policy in Australia. With the rates going up to combat inflation. It's all very interesting to read. I was just reading the entire post. He's talking about how the price of everything is extremely high, despite them saying inflation's coming down and will never return to 2022 levels. And yeah, that's the thing that some people don't realize about inflation, is that just because it goes down doesn't mean prices go down. It actually means they're still going up. They're just not going up as fast. So no, prices will never go back down, other than on certain types of things, like maybe the housing market might correct. It probably will. At some point it has to, I think. And like gasoline, these types of assets, but in general, no. Prices are never going back down to 2022. In fact, they're only going up. Just not quite as fast. And the other thing I was going to say about this is basically the monetary policy to combat inflation is indeed to try to make people poor. They'll never say that outright, but that is what it is. It's people are spending, there's too much demand or not enough supply. Either way, their method of fixing it, and it is a difficult situation. The correct answer is we needed to never get into this situation. But now that we're in this situation, there's no good way out. And the only solution from the government standpoint is to try to make people poorer and afford less things, with both higher interest rates and hoping your savings decrease and hoping the unemployment goes up. They're looking at the unemployment, hoping it goes up. They'll never say that like just outright, but that is the truth. On to something a little bit less deep. A lovely big huntsman. Species Halconia immanis. Yeah, that's lovely. That is lovely. It's the type of thing I'd take that home to my wife. She would love that. It's beautiful. What the heck? That's actually kind of cute. That's actually adorable. He's petting it like an animal. And it's like laying down. It's laying so flat. I've never seen a spider lay down. Is that unique to these huntsman spiders? Oh my God. Or did somebody step on it? Yeah, that's beautiful, and I'm glad I'm not the one petting it. I'll watch it through a screen, but it's beautiful. Just a beautiful photo during golden hour. Glass House Mountains. Wow. It's a beautiful place. I was afraid to even click this one. But rest assured, I already did to make sure I wasn't showing anything to promiscuous. You guys are the most promiscuous country in the world, after all. But there you go. Good luck with that. The problem is they're not even saving any money because you have to use an entire roll. And to cap off this week in Australia, I have not looked at this one yet. Heard a weird noise out the front of my house last night, flicked on the outside light and found this, a confused drop bear. The elusive drop bear. As an American, I've heard a lot about them, and this will be my first time seeing one. Let's see. Oh, it actually is. Whoa. I didn't realize koalas would just show up in a residential area. I thought you'd have to like go deep into the forest to find these guys. Oh my God. Oh, he's in the first photo. I didn't even see him up there. Oh my God. Reason number 3,000 to move to Australia. Right there. Wow. Someone explain to me why I'd tell it to go away. It pops back up every time. And then I tell it to go away and it works. Anyway, thank you for watching. What a week in Australia it was. I can't wait for next week. Shout out to the workers going on strike today or tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to the referendum, to the vote. Whew, it's gonna be a big week. All right. I'll see you guys next week. Happy Arvo. Have a phenomenal weekend. And goodbye.